When the James Webb Space Telescope was launched, humanity expected it to refine our knowledge of the cosmos, sharpening old pictures and answering long-standing questions. But what we did not expect was for it to unravel the very foundations of cosmic order. Because hidden in the earliest shadows of time, long before galaxies like our own Milky Way took shape, Webb has revealed something profoundly strange. Objects so small they cannot be galaxies, too energetic to be mere stars, and so red that they mock every model of physics we've relied on. Until Webb, these things were completely invisible, lost in the dark. But with its unprecedented infrared vision, the impossible is finally in view. Astronomers have given them a deceptively simple name: little red dots. Yet behind that name hides a mystery so deep, so unsettling, that it could rewrite the story of the universe itself. Some scientists suspect they are the missing link between the first galaxies and the monstrous black holes that anchor them. Others whisper that they may be something stranger still, remnants of a time when the universe itself played by rules that no longer exist. Today we dive into one of James Webb's most baffling discoveries. And what you're about to hear may forever change how you imagine the cosmos. This mystery doesn't begin today. To understand it, we need to step back almost a century, to an age when radio astronomy was still in its infancy. In the 1950s, astronomers stumbled across an object called 3C273. It looked like a star but behaved like nothing in the skies. It radiated intense energy across the spectrum, pulsed irregularly, and displayed chemical fingerprints that didn't match any known star. Soon, more of these strange objects were found. Astronomers gave them a name: quasi-stellar objects, or quasars, almost stars, but not quite. They were impossibly compact, smaller than our solar system, but so luminous that they were visible from billions of light-years away. For decades, scientists argued about what they were, until one breakthrough changed everything. Quasars were powered by supermassive black holes feeding on swirling disks of matter. It took more than 20 years to crack that riddle. And now, James Webb has thrown us into the same kind of enigma once again. Webb has spotted hundreds of anomalies that resemble quasars yet refuse to fit the definition. They are smaller, dimmer, suffocated by clouds of dust, and visible only in the infrared spectrum. They look like echoes of quasars, but twisted, incomplete, and deeply out of place. Japanese astronomers first flagged these faint red anomalies using the Subaru telescope and called them SHELQs, Subaru High Exploration of Low Luminosity Quasars. At first, they seemed like faint cosmic smudges, easily overlooked. But the more closely they were studied, the stranger they became. Their luminosity was far too high for their size, and their redness couldn't simply be explained by distance. When James Webb turned its gaze on them, the picture grew even stranger. These weren't ordinary galaxies cloaked in dust. They were smothered, wrapped in molecular fog so thick it swallowed entire signals of light. But infrared vision pierced through the curtain, and what it revealed was disturbing. Inside, gases whipped at staggering velocities, far faster than any star system should allow. The only explanation was gravity of immense power, black holes. Yet the galaxies hosting them were far too small, and their light signatures too bizarre, to be ordinary quasars. As Webb's data piled up, a shocking connection emerged. These SHELQs shared unusual traits with the so-called little red dots from Webb's earliest deep-field images. They weren't galaxies. They weren't stars. And they weren't like any black hole-powered quasars we'd seen before. Even stranger, they appeared only in a very narrow window of cosmic time, from about 600 million to 1.5 billion years after the Big Bang. Before and after that, they vanished. So what could burn so brightly for a billion years and then disappear completely? Some astronomers believe they may represent the embryonic phase of quasars, cosmic seeds that grew too fast, burned too fiercely, and then either collapsed or evolved into the supermassive black holes we know today. Others see them as failed evolutionary experiments, paths the universe once tested but abandoned. And then there's the unsettling theory that these objects are remnants of another physics entirely, fossils from a time when the universe's laws were not yet settled. But perhaps the most disturbing part isn't what we see, but what we don't. Many of these red dots should be emitting powerful X-rays if they were truly active black holes. Yet to astronomers' surprise, they don't. For years, this seemed like proof they weren't black holes at all. But now, the leading explanation is even scarier. The dust choking these objects may be so thick, so suffocating that it swallows even X-rays. That would mean the most violent radiation in the cosmos is trapped, silenced, leaving only faint red whispers for Webb to detect. If true, then we have been missing entire populations of hidden black holes, not distant ones, but cloaked ones. Entire realms of cosmic power erased from our view by dust. This would mean the universe is home to far more supermassive black holes than we ever dared estimate. And yet, the questions only deepen. Why did these objects grow so quickly? Why did they vanish? And what else lies hidden in wavelengths we still can't see? Even stranger, their chemical fingerprints don't make sense. In most cosmic spectra, we find familiar elements: hydrogen, helium, carbon, oxygen. But here, many lines don't match anything. Some seem to require energies beyond what any star could create. Others appear unstable, flickering in and out as though they belong to matter we've never seen before. It's as if in its youth, the universe built things that today would be impossible, not just in structure, but in composition itself. And then there's the rhythm. Some of these strange red dots appear to pulse in brightness, not due to stars or dust, but due to something deeper, a gravitational rhythm, perfectly timed fluctuations, as though matter were spiraling into a black hole in measured intervals. Some physicists even suggest they may be echoes, resonances from a younger universe still rippling through space-time. If gravity itself can hum to a tune we don't understand, then we are missing not just details but entire chapters of cosmic history. The more Webb looks, the more unsettling the picture becomes. These objects are not rare. They may number in the billions, scattered across the sky, waiting in infrared silence. They cluster in patterns like the Great Cosmic Web, yet their descendants are nowhere to be seen. Did they evolve? Did they collapse? Or did they vanish in a blaze of impossible physics? The thought that so much of the early universe was hidden from us until now is humbling and terrifying. We weren't looking in the wrong place, we were simply blind. And then comes the most radical idea of all. What if the laws of physics themselves weren't constant in the early universe? What if gravity, electromagnetism, even quantum mechanics behaved differently back then? These objects may be fossils from that alien epoch, remnants from before the universe settled into the rules we know today. Cosmic scars from a time when chaos reigned and reality itself was unstable. If so, then James Webb hasn't just found anomalies. It's found evidence that the universe itself changed its laws. In a universe we thought was ruled by order and predictable equations, Webb has uncovered a haunting truth: not everything follows the rules. These strange, suffocated red anomalies, too small, too bright, too strange, are reminders that the universe was once far wilder and stranger than we can imagine. A time when galaxies were born in fire and dust, when black holes grew faster than logic allowed, and when physics itself had yet to be written. We thought we understood the story. But now we see objects too dense, too fast, too powerful for the timeline we believed. And the most terrifying part, we still don't know what they are. Are they the missing link between stars and quasars? Are they fossils of forgotten physics? Or are they something so alien that we haven't yet invented the language to describe them? What James Webb has revealed is not just the depth of space, but the depth of our ignorance. And in those impossible little red dots, faintly glowing in silence, the universe seems to whisper one chilling truth: you don't know me yet.